Here's your news for September 18th, 2020. And your headlines for today include: what is the real story behind Ricochet leaving WWE? Ricochet finally breaks silence. Great gesture by Seth Rollins, a story that never came out. 3 knee surgeries already for Simone Johnson. What's next for her? Tessa Blanchard spotted in the new WWE 2K. Legal action is likely underway. Impressive detail about parking lot fight on AEW Dynamite. 2 wrestlers broke into shoot strikes during a match on AEW Dynamite. Ronda Rousey teases WWE return by saying she is looking forward to a big rematch. Wyatt finally opens up about his brother Bo Dallas. What does Brock Lesnar think about Roman Reigns since his alliance with Paul Heyman? AEW takes a shot at WWE once again in a new promo, and more. We're kicking off today with news from Ricochet, as after rumors that he isn't re-signing with WWE sprung up overnight, fans didn't waste time in making sure everyone knows. On Wikipedia, somebody edited Ricochet's official page, saying he's decided not to re-sign with the company, and now Ricochet's took to Twitter to deny the rumors, stating, "Seriously, where the hell did these rumors start? I've never said once that I'm leaving, to anyone. So for these dirt sheets out there, maybe fact check before you just blast some trash on your website for some clicks." It's unclear where this rumor started from, though we know it was from a WrestleVotes report, though they didn't mention any names. Fans then started going through the timeline of contract signings, and Ricochet's name kept coming up, and then one account said they'd received a number of messages saying that the WrestleVotes report is indeed about Ricochet. Despite previously holding gold, Ricochet hasn't been given the spotlight fans believe he deserves, and though the consensus is that Ricochet might find a better spotlight outside of WWE, it looks like Ricochet isn't leaving, or at least isn't telling. Over to SmackDown, as tonight's show will have plenty of action during its 2 hours. It's been confirmed that AJ Styles and Sami Zayn will face off, whilst Alexa Bliss will host a moment of bliss, which may be awkward with her guest Nikki Cross after Bliss sister Abigail'd her on last week's show. Sasha Banks will also speak on Bayley's attack from 2 weeks ago, and fans can expect things to get heated between the two now former best friends. A Samoan street fight will make Clash of Champions opponents team together, as Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will face King Corbin and Sheamus, and though they may be family, Uso should watch his back around the Universal Champion and Paul Heyman. Now, Seth Rollins has been on a roll as of late, with victories over both Rey and Dominic Mysterio, though the SummerSlam match he had nearly didn't happen. According to Tom Colohue, Rollins was given a list of opponents for SummerSlam, including Murphy, Samoa Joe, and Randy Orton, but handpicked Dominic, which clearly worked out, and we have to show our appreciation to the former world champion for giving Dominic a shot. Colohue also spoke about the Rollins-Murphy dynamic over the past year, adding, "Buddy and Seth have been friends for a little while now, and when the initial idea was pitched of having them work together, they were both very excited for it, and they've been involved with the storyline quite a lot since." As a Grand Slam winner, former NXT champion, and 4-time world champion on the main roster, Rollins has done it all, which may explain why he wants to give back and help others get over. As Colohue explained, "Seth really wants to work with everyone involved here, and he has handpicked quite a few people, including Dominic. He handpicked that one out of the list of potential matches. Seth wants to get people over, and I think Buddy Murphy might be his greatest triumph yet." Now, Rollins' alliance with Murphy seems to be over, though this may all be a trap to lure Aaliyah Mysterio to their side. And whatever happens, it's clear that the Monday Night Messiah remains one of Raw's top stars. From one of WWE's top stars to a fresh face, as Simone Johnson recently revealed that a 3rd surgery of her knee was required. 3 surgeries on your knee is never fun, especially for someone as young as Simone, and according to PW Insider, the 19-year-old went to the practice of Dr. Jeffrey Dugas, one of WWE's favorite orthopedic surgeons. They said, "WWE NXT developmental talent Simone Johnson had knee surgery at the start of the week in Birmingham. Whilst the practice is Dr. Dugas's, it's unclear who operated on Simone, and we're also not clear about what her return timetable looks like. Up until this latest surgery, she was training to be an NXT superstar, but we'll have to wait to see what happens with her plans in the ring after this 3rd surgery on her knee." We've got news from Tessa Blanchard now, as she was spotted in WWE this week, though not in the ring. Twitch streamers New Legacy Inc. received an early copy of WWE 2K Battlegrounds, which releases this week, and during a live stream, the Royal Rumble match loading image had an image of Blanchard, or at least someone who looks very similar to her. If this is the former Impact World Champion, it's unclear why she's in the game, though she is considered one of wrestling's hottest free agents after her controversial departure from Impact. Recently, Blanchard had her first match since leaving Impact, where she lost the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship to Kylie Ray, which is also her first match since marrying her now husband, Daga. It's no secret that WWE have shown interest in signing her, and sources revealed not too long ago that there's a solid chance that the WWE has already signed Blanchard. It was also noted by a source in WWE that the signing would be kept a secret so that her debut will be a big surprise, and though her image in Battlegrounds is surprising, it's also caused issues, as the image of her doesn't belong to WWE. Instead, the image of the former world champion with her arms outstretched was taken by Basil Mahmoud, who took to Twitter to call out WWE for seemingly using his image without consent. This caught the attention of patent attorney Mike Dawkins, who has worked on many AEW trademarks in the past, and he offered some friendly, non-official advice to Mahmoud, saying that this looks like derivative work and copyright infringement. Whilst 2K did alter the image to an extent, it's very obviously supposed to be from the Blanchard photo they probably found after a simple Google search, and we'll have to see how this, and Blanchard's reported debut in WWE, plays out. AEW news now, as this week's Dynamite ended with a parking lot fight between the Best Friends and Santana and Ortiz, which ended with Trent's mom raising a middle finger as she drove the Friends off in her van. After the show, Tony Khan responded to impressed fans by saying that the segment was all shot in one take, and that the only editing done was dropping the audio on the F word which was used. The ongoing situation has given companies a lot more freedom to put together cinematic matches for their liking, and though AEW presented a very different feel to their parking lot brawl, they didn't need to cut the cameras to reset anything in the process. More AEW news now, as things got too real during this week's Thunder Rosa-Ivelisse match on Dynamite. According to Fightful, the pair were exchanging real strikes during their match as it broke down, and there have been rumors that the two weren't getting along in the AEW locker room beforehand. It seems that Ivelisse wanted to test the NWA Women's Champion by not selling, whilst Thunder Rosa had a way of making her sell, as she's known for being stiff in the ring. Ivelisse reportedly no-sold some spots, which Thunder Rosa obviously didn't like, and it was reported that those in attendance thought the match would need to be edited, but weren't told whether or not it actually was. Obviously, Thunder Rosa takes her role as NWA Women's Champion very seriously, as well as training some of AEW's women alongside Dustin Rhodes. Post-match, Thunder Rosa had a moment with Hikaru Shida and the NWA Women's title, and whilst the pair will team next week to face Ivelisse and Diamante, hopefully things will be more civil. Back to WWE now, and Zelina Vega has been on Raw a lot lately, even slapping Raw Women's Champion Asuka this week, and her actions have been noticed by the boss. On Devon Dudley's Table Talk podcast, Vega revealed that she apparently reminds Vince of Stephanie McMahon, and was described as a cutaway machine, meaning the cameras can always cut to her for a good reaction. Whilst a Clash of Champions match with Asuka isn't set in stone, it's likely to be announced soon, and odds are that Vince will continue to use her in some respect as she continues to deliver. Now, Ronda Rousey hasn't been in WWE since losing the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 35, and though her hiatus has been longer than expected, we could be seeing her return soon. When WWE's Twitter released a full match between Rousey and Natalya from 2018, the Rowdy One called it one of her favorite matches, and also spoke about a rematch with the Canadian someday. So where has Ronda Rousey been? Well, the last we saw of her, she was training with Ariel Toombs, the daughter of Roddy Piper, and the images of her training reignited speculation of a return. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter earlier this year, it was noted that Ronda won't be back until WrestleMania 37 at least, and maybe not even then. Rousey's return would undoubtedly be saved for a special event where fans could attend, though these fans may remember Rousey calling wrestling fans ungrateful and getting a lot of heat for it in April this year. Rousey regularly posts videos to her YouTube channel, which at least shows she's still interested in entertainment, and in May, Triple H said WWE would love to have her back, saying, "Of course we want her, of course we do. One of the greatest performers for us ever. We still have a great relationship on everything with Ronda, and when she is ready, absolutely we'll have her back." As one of the biggest mainstream stars in WWE, we're sure the company would love to have her back, and whilst WrestleMania 37 or the rumored Evolution 2.0 are favorites for a return, nothing is set in stone at this time. One person we do expect to be at WrestleMania 37 is the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and despite being a demonic entity and a three-time former world champion, the Eater of Worlds also has a humble side. When his father, Mike Rotunda, spoke to the two-man Power Trip of Wrestling show, the former IRS said that Bray always believes that his brother Bo Dallas is the better worker of the two, adding, "Hopefully they'll figure out something that works for him, Bo, and enhances his career. He's worked there quite a while and has a lot of ability. They need to figure out something." Though Bo has held gold previously, his success doesn't compare to his brother, who's become one of the WWE's hottest stars since his return last year. In December, Dallas took a hiatus from WWE, but despite his absence, he wasn't part of the April 15th cuts, unlike IRS. Time will tell whether WWE capitalize on Dallas down the line, but for now, Wyatt remains the biggest star of the Rotunda family to still be in WWE. Over to SmackDown next as the WWE Universe continues to feel the shockwaves of Roman Reigns' heel turn and his alignment with Paul Heyman. Ever since this alliance formed, there's been questions about what Brock Lesnar thinks about this, as though he's currently a free agent, he's expected to return to WWE when fans do. Speaking to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Heyman spoke about Lesnar being aware of the Reigns situation, saying, "Brock Lesnar is very aware that I'm working with Roman Reigns. There shouldn't be any confusion here. Brock Lesnar legitimately does what Brock Lesnar wants to do. There is no shortage of box office appeal in the name Brock Lesnar. If and when Brock Lesnar wants to capitalize on that box office appeal, his name will be ringing from the headlines the moment he decides to return to the ring." Heyman also spoke about the new opportunities working with Roman allows him, saying, "It's an opportunity 33 years into my performing career to completely redefine, reimagine, and reinvent myself. I'm now the special counsel to the tribal chief, a role I've never played. If you look at the backstory, it all makes sense. Since day one, I've pontificated the greatness of Roman Reigns." It's widely known that Heyman has a significant hand in Roman's storylines right now, which was the case with Lesnar as well, and Heyman's creative genius has also been used with stars like Ronda Rousey and Goldberg. Now, Heyman isn't part of WWE's creative team, but he is part of the heel Reigns storyline, something that fans have been wanting for years. And it'll be interesting to see how long this alliance lasts, and what will Lesnar have to say about it when he returns. And we're ending today with Eddie Kingston news, as fans noticed something interesting during his Being the Elite promo. On the show, Kingston cut an emotional promo on a cookie, and according to Dave Meltzer, this was a shot at WWE, who sometimes tests recruits by making them cut promos on inanimate objects. It's ironic that WWE offered Kingston a trainer's position following his AEW debut, though he obviously didn't sign with Vince McMahon. This isn't the first shot AEW have made at WWE, and we're certain it won't be the last, and we'll have to see if Kingston has any more baked goods promos in him in future episodes.